in this season of Love After Lockup, we were recently introduced to a new couple, and that is Joynomi and Red. So I wanted to take a deeper dive into who exactly Red is. We have not been introduced to him yet, but we should be seeing him here in the next few episodes. So this is Red's criminal history. So his first legal name is Graylin, but his nickname is Red. And so back in 2012, he was charged when him and two other men were arrested in the early morning after they decided to go around and rob different people. Like, they stole this one guy's backpack, his wallet, and cell phone, and they went on a full-on crime spree. They were going from one person to the next, robbing them, and they ended up robbing multiple people. So at the time of the incident, Red was 19 years old, and 1 year later, Red and his friends were charged with 3 counts of first-degree robbery, and then another year later, Red was charged with robbery again after he allegedly set up a drug supplier, and he robbed him, and then the police later found out that it was an arranged deal. So first, let's take a look at the charges when he went on that robbery spree. So he was charged in 2013, and it says that he was sentenced to 10 years in prison, 5 years probation, no contact with the co-defendant, 120 days in the St. Charles County Jail with time served, and then he also has to do a drug evaluation and drug treatment as recommended. So this man really needs to walk a straight line when he gets out. It also says he has to do a hair follicle test every single 90 days. He can't have any contact with the victims. He has to show proof of high school diploma, have a full-time job, midnight curfew for the first 2 years of probation, no possession of firearms or replicas, restitution if any, and he must reside with a family member at least 35 years old. So this is what I thought was interesting. He has to reside with a family member, and Joynomi was making it sound like he was going to be moving in with her. Well, Joynomi's only 29, and I don't know if they would consider her a family member or not, if they would end up approving that. But regardless, she still would not meet the age requirement. So since Red's been behind bars, Joynomi told us on the last episode that he's constantly going to the hole, and she hadn't even talked to him in like 3 or 4 weeks because he had been in the hole. Well, back in 2018, while he was in prison, he got a charge for assaulting someone. So he ended up pleading guilty to this charge, and he got a 4-month sentence from this charge. He ended up going to court. He was on video since he was already in prison, and they told him that he has to do the sentence with time served. So Joynomi spoke out on her Facebook, and she claimed back in 2018 that the prison that Red was in was super corrupt, and she claims that one day that Red said he was getting writ up, and the officer ended up poking him in the eye with a pen after they're done writing him up, and she claims that it was just one thing after another he was going through. So the only other charges I could find on Red's criminal history is he was charged back in 2014 with theft, stealing of any credit card or letter of credit, and he was also charged with fraudulent use of a credit/debit device, and he was sentenced to 7 years in prison for those charges. So now let's talk a little bit more about Red. So Red is 31 years old. He's a couple years older than Joynomi, and his real name is Graylin, and before he went to prison, he was an inspiring rapper with a Spotify playlist. This appears to be his last known girlfriend that he was with before he went to prison and got with Joynomi. So this dude, I went and looked at his old Facebook, and his whole personality before he went to prison is he's the dude that loves to do lean and party. Like, he will frequently post pictures of selfies, but on top of that, he frequently likes to post pictures of his bud, his cups of lean, these big bags of Xanax, and this isn't just like one picture. These are like handfuls of different types of pictures like this, and there's people in the comments asking him like, hey, hit me up, how much? And he's commenting back, oh, here's my phone number, I'll let you know. And it's just like, man, you're doing this, like, no wonder you went to prison, because you're just doing stupid stuff like this. He wasn't being very careful about how he's moving at all. As of right now, it appears that Joynomi and Red are still together. They have posted some pictures together, and just 3 weeks ago, Joynomi was commenting on his pictures saying, my sexy man, and dropping a bunch of heart emojis. And so I was doing some research, trying to see what I could find, and I actually found a Gossip Next Door article that I will leave in the description, and they claim that Joynomi and Red are married. So I tried to see if I could find anything out. I couldn't find anything out. They didn't provide any receipts, but I will say that I've seen exclusive tea from Gossip Next Door in the past, and they've always been on point with everything. So I went and I was trying to do more digging, and I did notice that Joynomi had changed her last name on Instagram and Facebook to Red's last name. But then I did find their Facebook, both of their recent profiles, and both of them just say that they're in a relationship. So I think she's just, taking his last name because she plans to marry him. So like I said in my last video when I was talking about Red, all the pictures they were showing on the show, he looks so different. Those people in your life, and every time you see them, they look completely different. Kind of like Madonna. I wish I could come up with a better example. But compared to how Red looked before he went to prison, and his recent pictures he's been posting on his Facebook, and pictures with Joynomi since he's been out of prison, he has lost a lot of weight. So some other fun facts about Red. His real name is Graylin. Like I said, he was named after his father, but his father is no longer here with us. I'm not sure what happened to his father, but back in 2013, Red posted on his Facebook a little memorial to him and posted some pictures with him. And we know Red's mother is still here and in the picture because we saw her on the last episode. And the mother is pretty accepting, unlike most parents that we see on this show. She's understanding about the fact that Joynomi went out and cheated and ended up getting pregnant with someone else. She's not happy with it, but she understands that a woman has needs and she needed them met. So Red grew up in St. Charles, Missouri, which is actually kind of by St. Louis. So that means he doesn't live far from where Taylor and Chance stay. So that's all I could find about Red so far. I'm sure we'll get to know a lot more about him this season. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Check out my lashes and cosmetics at AccordingtoAmber.com. You can use code AMBER and get free shipping on orders over $35, and there's select lashes that are now on sale. So check that out if you're interested. I also have lip gloss, lash glue, lash products, a bunch of different stuff. So give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.